Today I am starting the process of redoing my trim in my entire house. It's a big project, but I gotta start somewhere. What I've decided I'm gonna do, because I can't find what I want for the price that I want, is I'm going to fabricate my own trim. I know it's gonna take me a while to do, but many people have done this before me, so I know that it's possible to do. So I'm going to cut all my trim out of 4x8 sheets of subfloor. I'm not going to rip them all in the table saw. I'm going to rip them all with my Milwaukee circular saw. I know a lot of people say, why do I not use a table saw? Well, it's because I have a super crappy table saw and I'd rather use my circular saw. It's way more accurate and I like it a lot better. So I need to make some blocks. These are measurement blocks, so that every time I can walk up to my sheet of plywood and I can set these blocks in, I can put my metal guide against, and I know I can cut my pieces of trim the exact width every time. I know I want my trim to be 4 1/4 inch wide, and my blade to the side of the guide is 1 1/2 inch. So I need to make my guide 5 3/4 inch wide in order to have 4 1/4 inch pieces every single time. So here's what I'm doing. I measured 5 3/4. I'm going to glue and nail this down, and then I'm going to cut these into smaller pieces to have multiple pieces to set my guide to. So I'm going to let that dry for about 20 minutes, and then I'll be able to do whatever I want with it without worrying about it moving. The nails are really just to hold it until that glue dries. So my measuring guide boards are dry, and I need to cut them down in order to make small pieces in order to use them as guides for my straight edge for my circular saw when I cut the full length of trim pieces. I'm going to end up attaching them and screwing to these little clips that I bought, and I'm just using them right now to test and see how they're going to work against the actual piece of subfloor. But right now I need to cut this guide board down, and you're going to see what I'm talking about more as it progresses. So let me show you how this is going to work. This is going to be cut into small strips, just like this. It's going to be, let's pretend this is the piece of 4x8 sheet I'm cutting. I'm going to be able to push it against the edge of the sheet. My clips are going to be attached to it. Squeeze my clips, just like so. Set my guide and clamp my guide down here. And then I remove this and be able to take my circular saw and cut that perfect piece, because my guide was set perfect with my pattern. That's what I'm doing. So next, I need to cut these into smaller pieces. Okay, so now I've got 3 identical pattern pieces. I'm going to write on them pattern 1, pattern 2, and pattern 3. And then I've got a backup piece just in case. This is my spare. If something were to happen, if one of these were to break in any way, shape, or form, or become out of square, get chipped, anything, or I lose one, I've got a backup piece. Because I know this is going to be a long process. This project may take me several months, and I need to have these, very important that these stay the same. So they're done. Took a little screw, put it in right there. This is how it's gonna work. I take it, set it against my sheet of plywood, set my guide, take it off, and be able to cut it super easy. These are gonna work out great. So here we go.
Can I go across? Can you?
I've got my pattern blocks. This is pattern 1. Painted them black so it's easier for you to see them, because it's not very easy for you to see wood grain against wood grain. But from the camera, you can see the black against the wood.